Okay, so we've already done their curly fries. You've seen it, and we conquered. Now I think our next point of interest is gonna be the main event. So today we're making the Arby's beef and cheddar. Welcome back to But Better. It's been a while since I've welcomed you back, so I just wanna welcome you back. I wanna welcome you back. You know, Papa love you and he miss you and think about you every day. Go to sleep and think about you. Wake up and think about you. What I've been really thinking about is this beefy sandwich. Long story short, it's a beef sandwich. It's comprised of an onion bun, thinly sliced roast beef, and a cheese sauce, and sometimes zesty ranch, or what is it called? It's called like red ranch. Whatever. With all that said, let's make this, shall we? There it is. Look, it's a bit. You know, for the longest time, I didn't know what the hell that shape was until I realized it was a hat. Or is it a boot? What is that? It's just a big hat. Where does beef sandwiches correlate with a big hat?
Thank you for choosing Arby's. One moment, please.
Hey, excuse me?
Yep.
You said something?
I'm sorry about the wait.
Can we do a beef and cheddar sandwich? Thank you so much. This was the most emotionally draining, toxic experience in a drive-thru. I'm not trying to like play up how bad it is. We pull up, we wait 15 minutes, they're like done. I feel bad for the people in the restaurant. I have heart for people that work in restaurants. I know what they go through, but then I was annoyed. And then that guy whips his truck around. His kid is crying, so he obviously took it out on his kid. And then he like pulls up and he's like, the manager didn't even do anything! Anyway, let's go home and eat the sandwich. Okay, so we have the bag.
It's our commitment to serve, refresh, and delight every guest. They have a truly delicious experience.
When have you ever gone into an Arby's and you're like, God, this was an experience. If your food or experience did not delight, we'd be happy to make it right. Well, Arbys, I hope you can make it right. The classic beef and cheddar. This is flatter than I imagined it. You wanna eat that? Come on. No, what is that? I just smell bread. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just not good. The meat itself tastes nice because it's salted, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of MSG involved, but you can go so much better. The cheese sauce, that's just not cheese. And then the bun, gummy. I know Vikram likes that word, gummy. Maybe it's better with the Arby sauce. Okay, it helps mask the lackluster flavor that this is. Long story short, look, is this the worst sandwich that I've had? No, but it is much lesser than what it could be. So let's make it right. All right, there are many layers to this sandwich and it deserves the justice of making each puzzle piece with excellence. First up, let's talk about those onion buns. Now, before we even make our buns, let's get 2 medium-sized sweet onions, cut their tops off, slice them in half, then give them a good old medium dice like so. Then all you need to do is caramelize them in a pan, which you'll do by melting a couple tablespoons of butter over medium heat in a medium saucepan. Add in your onions, season it with salt and a small pinch of sugar, stir together, then add a lid and cook those while stirring intermittently till they're nice and caramelized, about 45 minutes. From there, you'll need 1 1/4 cup or 295 grams of water at around 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 37 degrees Celsius. Mix in 1 tablespoon or 12 grams of instant yeast, set that to the side, then in the bowl of a stand mixer, combine 3 3/4 cup or 612 grams of bread flour and 2 teaspoons or 14 grams of fine sea salt. Mix that together till combined, then place it on your stand mixer and begin mixing with the dough spiral thingy on low speed, then add all of your yeast water plus 2 whole eggs, which are, well, ideally room temp. Then let that mix for 5 minutes or till nicely incorporated and you've got a smooth little man. Then 1 tablespoon at a time, add 3 tablespoons or 42 grams of unsalted softened butter. Continue to mix on medium-low speed until thoroughly combined, smooth, and beautiful. Now you can add your cooled caramelized onions. If you put them in while they're hot, then, well, I'm gonna have to, I don't know, like give you a spanking or something. Just don't do it. Make sure they're cooled. Anyway, once that's nice and incorporated, place in a greased bowl, cover it with plastic wrap, and let it rise at room temp for 1 hour or till chubby like this. As usual, you know, you've given it life, and then you're just gonna punch it back down, then divide into 8 even pieces, which should be around 110 to 130 grams each if you wanna be, you know, real precise like me. Then take a piece of dough, fold it together, and shape them into balls the same way that we literally do in all of my videos with buns. You know, we should all be accustomed by now. Place this on a baking sheet, line with parchment paper, cover it with another sheet and proof for 25 minutes at room temperature. Then give each bun a nice brushing with egg wash. Optionally top them with everything bagel seasoning, then toss them in an oven set to 375 Fahrenheit for 15 to 18 minutes or till beautifully golden brown like this. Then just finish them by brushing them with melted butter. And those are some real buns. Now let's see who really has the meats. It's me. I have the meats.
Daddy's meat.
Here we have a gorgeous 8-pound prime rib roast. To prep this chunky feller, you're going to need half a cup or 50 grams of finely ground high quality coffee. Mix that together with 3 tablespoons or 28 grams of kosher salt and a generous amount of fresh ground black pepper. And I mean generous. Now snag your roast, rub it down generously with your seasoning. You'll have plenty left over, so just, save it and use it later. You're welcome. Now from here, you can either let it rest at room temp for about 1.5 hours with the seasoning or place it in the fridge overnight before cooking. Now to cook this bad boy, line a roasting pan with tons of fresh rosemary, some halved shallots, and any other aromatics you like to add. I applied some coriander seeds and various other things to perfume the beef. Now finally, place your beef onto the aromatic Garden of Eden you just laid. Toss it into an oven set to 450 Fahrenheit or 230 Celsius for 15 minutes. Then immediately drop the temperature to 325 Fahrenheit or 162 Celsius and roast for 11 minutes per pound, around 1.5 hours for this one, or until the internal temperature reaches 120 Fahrenheit or 48 degrees Celsius. Then let it rest for at least 20 minutes. Minimum, to keep it extra moist. Now while that beef is resting, you're gonna make your Arby sauce. Simply combine 1 cup or 311 grams of ketchup. We got a lacto-fermented ketchup you could use. Just go watch it. 3 tablespoons or 45 grams of hot sauce, 1 tablespoon or 16 grams of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons or 8 grams of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon or 12 grams of Worcestershire sauce, 1.5 tablespoons or 19 grams of water. Whisk all that together, then place on the stove, bring to a simmer over medium heat, and let that reduce for about 5 minutes. Then take it off the heat and, well, that's it. It tastes surprisingly similar to Arby sauce, but with flavor. Now one last thing, cheese sauce. Get a small sauce pot, heat 2 tablespoons or 28 grams of unsalted butter over medium heat till completely melted, then add 2 tablespoons or 23 grams of all-purpose flour. Whisk together and cook for about 30 seconds, then slowly whisk in 1 cup or 240 milliliters of whole milk. Keep heating and whisking until that thickens, then add 1.5 cups or 135 grams of shredded cheddar cheese. Turn off the heat, keep whisking until completely melted and velvety smooth. Season that bad boy to taste with salt and pepper, and we're ready to assemble. So obviously get yourself a bun, you cut it in half, and toast it beautifully. You guys know how important good toasted bread is to me, okay? Don't make Papa cry. Then slice your beef as thinly as you can. The thinner you can go, the better, but it does get more difficult the more you slice. Now on the bottom of your toasted bun, apply a generous layer of your Arby sauce. Gently layer your beef onto your bun, almost sort of folding it on top of itself for that iconic look. Add a generous spoonful or 2 of your cheese sauce, and crown your king for what I believe to be one of the most beautiful beef sandwiches I think I've ever made. Now it's time to put that beauty to the test. I mean, first off, we folded our meat. Let it speak for ourselves. We'll let it speak for itself. This is one of those sandwiches, where you're like, the first bite, the meat is just so tender and juicy and meaty like it should be. And it's not like turkey breast that's beef flavored. You take a bite and you're just floating away, and I don't even know, it's just so juicy and good. Not only do we have the folds in our meat and we folded Arby's, oh man. I mean, I have my verdict, but I think we're gonna need somebody to come in and taste test. You look so cute.
Thank you. Oh man.
For the man baby challenge, we will be dodging. What? We're dodging stuff this time. Vikram doesn't know what it is. Great! The challenge that we're gonna be doing. The challenge begins now! It begins now! It begins now! It's beginning! It's happening! Good job! You dodged all of it! I don't know why we did that. Your trophy, yay! So I'm gonna give you a sandwich, and you're going to eat the sandwich. Okay, sandwich number 1. Yep, that's all you gotta do. I'm gonna give you the second sandwich, and then you. Good job! He found his mouth!
Without a doubt. Josh, this one's yours. This one's better.
This one's
so
mine.
good. The first one tastes like school lunch. I was like, where am I right now? And it felt like the 6th grade all over again. That was very good.
We win yet again! The thing is, at the end of the day, the deliciousness factor is up here, but then it makes you sleepy. Either way, one way or another, we have the meats, okay? If there's anyone that has the meats, it is us. You got folded, but better, we win again. But do you want to know what else is beefy, moist, and covered with cheese? Oh, God. B-roll. And that is it. So we made Arby's beef and cheddar sandwich. This is the best rendition that I think that there could possibly be. It is a beautiful, homemade baked, sort of brioche style, caramelized onion, everything bagel seasoning. You you have slow roasted prime rib on the inside. Come on. Cheese sauce. I decided not to go with the red ranch. I decided to go with a sort of Arby's sauce because I don't fully understand or respect, or I just don't like the idea of red ranch. I'm sorry. I'm just not gonna do that right now. If there's an overwhelming response for it, then we'll do it. But for the time being, we're gonna do Arby's sauce. That doesn't mean that we're done with Arby's. Long story short, I think we did a beautiful job here. So with all that said, if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.